Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by Ms. Amira Sabr, member of the Coordination of Youth Parties and Politicians. Amira, very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Thank you for joining us, Amira. Now, of course, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, since really assuming his position, gave youth in the country a great deal of attention, made them a top priority for the Egyptian state. We've seen several youth group competencies. We've seen different events planned all to cater for the Egyptian youth as well as enable them and empower them. What are the most important successes achieved, especially through the presidential program, for the rehabilitation of Egyptian youth leaders, in your opinion?
Okay, in my opinion, I'll talk about my experience in the coordination committee of party youth leaders and politicians, where I have seen for the first time youth from the very far left to the very far right coming together, working together, and their output is being implemented in the political life on a very different level. Actually, this kind of empowerment is new and is different. And now seeing this amount and number of youth who are being represented in the parliament as the parliamentary members is gonna drive a real change in the quality of the output and of the whole situation and the political scene in Egypt.
Absolutely. Tell me, what are the most important activities for the Egyptian youth, in your opinion? Lots of conferences and forums, etc., were held with the participation of Egyptian youth as well as youth from all around the world. What were some of the most important activities for youth in 2020 inside Egypt, in your opinion?
One very prominent experience is the experience of the youth being deputy governors. We have now 6 from the coordination committee of party youth leaders and politicians are being deputy governors for 6 governors, and their performance is absolutely stunning. They are very responsive. They are on the ground all the time. They deal with the differential problems which are faced by most of the, they don't only represent youth actually, they are very proactive, up to date, willing to give all the energy, all the time, all experiences which they have, which end up with massive benefit for everyone.
Absolutely. Let's talk a bit about the role of the Egyptian youth in society over the last year. 2020 has been a bit of a rough year with the COVID-19 pandemic, but we've seen lots of initiatives by the Egyptian youth all around the country to enable and assist the less fortunate in their communities. Tell us a bit more about that.
Actually, we have personal experience in the CPYT. For the first time, actually, we coordinated between the Ministry of Health and between the different parties, all the political parties. And we have managed to collect many like supplies, medications, and we are delivering them to those who are in need. On another note, I have seen very different initiatives and many vital roles for the youth to play in the COVID crisis. I have seen youth hurrying to cook healthy meals for the COVID patients. I have seen some volunteering to give guidance and to distribute sanitizers and to raise awareness campaigns towards the disease and how to be safe. So I have seen the role of youth is indispensable, and actually they are being empowered on different levels, which I wish would extend more and more during the upcoming period.
Absolutely. Amira, we've spoken about the social empowerment as well as political empowerment. Let's talk a bit about economic empowerment. Young entrepreneurs are up and coming and uprising all over the country. Members of the youth age group have started embarking on their own ventures, businesses, projects, etc. Tell us a bit about how economic empowerment has been crucial for the youth, especially this last year.
Yeah, I am seeing right away businessmen and very inspiring models who have started their startups. Some of them are, struggling like everyone else in the world due to the COVID crisis, but before that, and I wish after that, they would have a flourishing environment for their businesses to grow. We are talking about different laws and bylaws which support the micro investments, especially for different governors which are far from the central. We've been seeing many conferences talking about that, many initiatives from different ministries, either the Ministry of Investment, the Ministry of Youth, They are empowering the concept of entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurs to act and to be up to the feet.
Now, through the youth conferences that have been held over the last couple of years, the Egyptian youth have also had the opportunity to interact with youth from all around the world, compare experiences, exchange ideas, views, important meetings between different cultures. How has this further benefited the Egyptian youth in giving an all-rounded picture to them?
It's always, when you talk about growth and when you talk about like new horizons, it's about exchanging experiences and being open to the different experiences of the other youth from all around the world. Actually, those youth conferences have helped a lot for this to happen. Also, I think that now that you're living like social media buzz, so everyone is being easily connected to everyone. But these platforms facilitate the differential exchange of experiences on different levels.
Yes.
You see like your peers in age and experience who are topping their fields of experience at their countries, you become like more encouraged and you might be fueled by different ideas which may fuel back your own idea.
Absolutely. Amira, let's talk a bit about women in the youth segment. Of course, Egyptian female youth members have a very different maybe point of view, different upbringing, different hopes and dreams and challenges as well in Egyptian society. What do you see the role of the Egyptian women youth over the last year and their greatest aspirations?
Yeah, I have always seen and regarded the quota as a positive discrimination towards women empowerment. But it was always the question of quantity or quality. I am seeing now that there are women of real quality who are ministers, who are leading in different governorates, and who are also at the parliament. So what I expect is a real representation of women from women themselves, and that they would like lead the way to many other women who are, we know, marginalized, underrepresented. They are suffering from different social and economic crises. So women in the parliament is very important and indispensable. So they would represent their gender and they would represent all the problems which are faced by their peers in the society. So I expect more and more empowerment on the level of both quality before quantity as well.
Absolutely. Amira, one last question, if I may. What are your hopes and aspirations as we round up 2020 and look forward to the new year for the future of the Egyptian youth in Egypt?
Peace, hope. May we all pass this very critical time and unite together to continue building our country, to continue dreaming and to continue achieving all what we dreamed of.
Absolutely right. Amira Saber, member of the Coordination of Youth Parties and Politicians. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon and for all your insight. Ladies and gentlemen, a short break, also taking more consideration for the Egyptian youth all around the country, and we'll be right back. Do stay tuned.